It's 5:48 in the evening where I live, and I'm calling the Social Security Administration. I think that question answers itself. Meredith, how do you spell Meredith? By the way, I had a friend in college named Meredith that died. Her name is spelled Meredith, but I also know a
That's
M A.
me.
That's how you spell yours.
That's me.
Okay. Well, Meredith, I need to schedule an emergency appointment with the workload support unit in Birmingham to discuss a critical payment processing misinformation provided by an employee there named Miss Bethune.
Okay. So what happened?
I need to schedule an emergency appointment at the the workload support unit to discuss a critical payment processing error misinformation given to me over the phone by Miss Bethune.
Okay. So I would probably more than likely, because I wouldn't be able to set up that appointment. I'm not sure exactly how to do that. Um, have you tried to talk to someone at that law?
Thank you for calling Social Security. Para
Let me,
español,
do you get a lot of phone calls? Do you get a lot of phone calls from individuals that know that the Social Security Administration has a workload support unit?
No, I don't. That's why I was asking. I'm not sure how to schedule that appointment. That's what I was saying. Yeah.
Okay. I would advise you to tell your supervisor that that's why I call, because I've given you information that the reason why I call and the necessity for that is in the false records that were created by that employee that I just finished telling you, Miss Bethune, I talked to, who scheduled the appointment. So maybe we should talk to your supervisor to figure out why you didn't hear me say that's who scheduled the appointment.
Is it correct?
It's the wrong appointment. They scheduled an appointment that isn't a critical case processing appointment.
an email or text when your COLA notice is available before December. You can do many things online, like apply for benefits. Also, with a personal My Social Security account, you can get an instant benefit verification letter, check the status of your application, and both people can request a replacement Social Security
We're
card.
gonna keep on rolling
In-person service is available in our
because it's
offices.
Friday night
While most offices
somewhere.
are open, some offices are temporarily closed or require an appointment.
The Little Mermaid, When Harry Met
Find
Sally,
out
and
which
Tongues
offices are
United.
closed or
Officials
open by appointment only
I
by
just got a
visiting
wink from the girl I just talked to on the phone who used to work at
fsa.gov/emergency.
Dollar General.
We always encourage you
She
to make
is
an appointment
apparently
as
proud
soon
of her
as it's safe for you.
engagement in murder
Physical
suicide
distancing
and
and
the
wearing
fact
of
that
masks are
nobody can
required
stop
in
her
our
doing
offices.
it.
We will
the
provide
best
time
films
if
and the
you do
ones
not have
chosen
one.
over the previous decades are
Please
picked
be
for their
aware
quote,
that individuals
cultural, historic,
impersonating
or
Social
To
aesthetic.
be
Security
funny,
employees
I
over the
think it's,
phone.
to be honest,
If
I
you
think it's
suspect you
funny
have
too.
received a scam
I
call, be
literally
sure
think
to
it's
report the
funny that they
details of
put
the
this
call
big ass
to the Office
television
of the
in this
Inspector
room
General
so that
online
this
at
girl could try to convince me to commit murder suicide after I have
org.sa.gov/report.
committed
Once you've
attempted to
completed your call
commit
with us,
suicide
please take a moment to
times
provide
so
feedback
that you
about your
could
service
catch this bitch
experience
doing
at
it. Me, I did it already. It's already on the internet. I've done it 9 times. Check the cat. I've done it nine times so you can catch this bitch. She's doing it. Tanya Carter on WTVA is doing it right now.
Aesthetic importance to preserve the nation's film heritage. The Grinch won't be stealing Christmas this year. Instead, he'll be spending the holiday season at a Minnesota jail. The Anoka County Sheriff's Office shared photos of the Grinch's arrest. The sheriff says for far too long, the well-known menace to the holiday season has disguised himself as Santa, broken into homes and stolen just about everything. The Grinch now faces charges of identity theft and burglary. The sheriff says having the Grinch behind bars will ensure all families have a wonderful time of the year. He hopes the Grinch takes the time to reflect and let his heart grow and embrace, of course, the Christmas spirit.
Now listen to her. This is her articulation of what I said.
Having this information will help us serve you better.
Now keep in mind, I'll probably be when you read this or see this, I'll probably be dead already.
Met Sally and Tongues United. Officials say these films and the ones chosen over the previous decades are picked for their, quote, cultural, historic, or aesthetic importance to preserve the nation's film heritage.
This is her talking about the cigarette causing the waterboarding and not the medicine that I'm taking that gives me dry mouth because I need to breathe in the black mold. She's blaming the cigarette.
The Grinch won't be stealing Christmas this year. Instead, he'll
because she knows I'm smoking a cigarette. She's at WTVA and she knows I'm smoking a cigarette.
Spending the holiday season at a Minnesota jail. The Anoka County Sheriff's Office shared photos of the Grinch's arrest. The sheriff's
And yes, I don't give a fuck about the fact that she's a woman. If she was willing to admit what she did in my fucking face, knowing that it caused my mother any amount of pain, I'll break her fucking neck.
Says for far too long, the well-known menace to the holiday season has disguised himself as Santa, broken into homes and stolen just about everything. The Grinch now faces charges of identity theft and burglary. The sheriff says having the Grinch behind bars will ensure all families have a wonderful time of the year. He hopes the Grinch takes the time to reflect and let his heart grow.
Right now, all she has is the government to hide behind and say, oh, it was their fault. And since it really is their fault, I can't break this bitch's neck for what she's doing because she wants to exploit my God. And you damn right my God's gonna save her ass because I want to break her motherfucking neck.
And embrace, of course, the Christmas
spirit. It takes a God to save her motherfucking ass because I will break her motherfucking neck.
We continue our coverage of the execution of an Itawamba County man tonight. A prayer vigil is set to begin for the 16-year-old victim. That's ahead on WTVA 9 News at 6, but next at 5. Folks in Pontotoc city limits will head to the polls tomorrow to decide on whether or not to allow the medical marijuana program in the city. A live report is ahead. We will have that story, plus our severe weather authority team is...
And for fucking clarity, I don't need a fucking cop. Stay the fuck away from my mama and my grandmama unless I give you fucking permission to get close to their ass or kill me. Because I'm charging every motherfucker that get close to him.
Still tracking some storms in the area. You can look forward to seeing exactly how much rain we can expect. In the next hour or so.
And the charge is attempted fucking murder for Roger Lott. Further that.
Stay with us for WTVA 9 News at 5 for that and more.
Now you sitting a bitch back in there to count my motherfucking dollars. And I'd advise Gabby to go find a fucking Afghan to play with.
WTVA, Tupelo, Columbus.
Gifford.
Breaking news as we come on the air. The confirmed tornado in New Orleans just moments ago. Amid deadly tornadoes across several states. Tonight, at least 36 reported tornadoes at this hour. The watches and warnings across several states. At least 2 people killed. A mother and her 8-year-old son. To the north at this hour, blizzard warnings in several states. Snow, heavy rain, dangerous driving. And real concern tonight over the ice. As the system now moves into the northeast tomorrow. Washington, D.C. up through New York City and Boston. Rob Marciano live tonight in New Orleans. Also tonight, the disturbing new details about the violent attack on House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's husband. The suspect in court today accused of hitting Paul Pelosi in the head with a hammer. And
We are doing our best to answer. Social Security provides monthly benefits to more than 50 million people. As a result, we do have busy periods. We are taking calls in the order in which they came.
Ukraine and the American freed tonight. The ABC News exclusive. The video showing a U.S. citizen captured in Ukraine being released from Russian-held territory. Part of the massive prisoner swap. And what he told our Tom Sufi Burridge just moments after being freed. What he says the Russians did to him and the screams he could hear. Hoping to be back in the U.S. now in time for Christmas. Our team on the southern border tonight, the surge of migrants near El Paso, Texas. Authorities say this could get even worse when Title 42 expires. So what's driving the surge even beforehand? Matt Rivers is there tonight. Heartbreak tonight for millions of fans stunned by the sudden death of Stephen Twitch Boss, best known as the energetic DJ for the Ellen DeGeneres Show. A DJ, dancer, husband, and father of 3. Ellen DeGeneres responding tonight, and so is his family. This evening, marking 10 years the new memorial to the soldiers and the children, and President Biden's message tonight to those families and the country. Your tax money tonight, a pastor and his son facing charges for allegedly stealing more than $8 million of federal money, COVID relief funds, that they claimed the money was for. Cinderella Falls, the stage now set for the World Cup Finals, and the star player will be there. And our Made in America Christmas continues. Tonight I'll take you right back to some good old-fashioned food, and we're giving back this Christmas. From ABC News World Headquarters in New York, this is World News Tonight with David Muir. Good evening, it's great to have you here Wednesday night, and we begin tonight with this tornado touching down moments ago in New Orleans amid a string of deadly tornadoes across several states. A mother and her young son among the dead, all part of a massive system bringing snow, blizzard conditions, rain and ice, dangerous driving for millions. And now, of course, heading into the east tomorrow. These are the new images just in tonight. That funnel cloud in Arabi, Louisiana, right outside New Orleans, Jefferson Parish. It is now a confirmed tornado that has just touched down there. More than 24 reported tornadoes in the past 24 hours. We now know it was an EF2 tornado that struck Grapevine, Texas, with 120-mile-per-hour winds. These images from New Iberia, Louisiana, several tornado sightings today, and the terrible aftermath in Four Forks, Louisiana. Look at this. Homes destroyed before dawn, teams searching for survivors, finding the bodies of that mother and her 8-year-old son. Elsewhere, the same system bringing blizzard conditions this tonight from near Sterling, Colorado, and whiteout conditions on Highway 20 near Hay Springs, Nebraska. Winds more than 50 miles an hour. It's not over yet. Tornado fears again at this hour, and the Northeast gets hit next. Senior meteorologist Rob Marciano leading us off in New Orleans, where that tornado hit just a short time ago.
Tonight, relive the storms breaking the South, taking aim at a major city, New Orleans.
We have a tornado on the.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Keisha, I'm well. My name is Zori Rush. At least I think I'm well. I'd like you to go through your security questions and tell me what you think.
Okay, can I have your social security number, please?
It's 587-316485.
Your name,
Zori Rush.
your date of birth,
October the 4th, 1977.
and your birthplace. Where were you born?
Eupora, Mississippi, inside the United States.
Your mother's maiden name,
Rush.
your mailing address,
6912 Mount Vernon Road. That's Vernon spelled Vernon Road. Eupora, Mississippi 39744. I am also available for any assistance available inside the whole world to be removed from hostage taking at that address. Any additional questions?
no, sir.
Okay.
How can I assist you today?
Say that again.
I said, how can I assist you today, sir?
You can tell me whether your records say what you can do to assist me. I've just made a recording where I've expressed my location inside the United States at 6912 Mount Vernon Road as a hostage being held by your employer. So I'd like for you to look at my records, which are probably going to say something different, and you tell me if I need any help.
I'm not really understanding your question. You said you're being held hostage?
I said your employer. You're working for the Social Security Administration?
Yes, yes.
Yes, I said your employer is holding me hostage. The Commissioner of Social Security. Your records should show that. But you can tell me whether or not your records actually say that. But because I'm making a recording to go out to the world to get the assistance that I'm not getting from the commissioner. I'm hoping anyone in the world that hears me talking to you as an employee at the Social Security Administration helps me escape the capture of the Social Security Administration Commissioner. So I'd like to know what, if you could, tell me what your records say is happening.
Well, what I need to ask you
what information can I assist you with? What question are you asking
I've
me?
said the way that the commissioner is holding me hostage is she or he, whoever they are appointing, is creating false records in my name to deprive me of critical dire needs payments to be removed from the area where I am being held hostage with the financial injury caused by the false records. I waited for the Social Security Administration to tell me whether or not they're going to fix my records so that I'm no longer a hostage. So you can tell me now, has the Social Security Administration fixed my records, or are they just aware that I'm being held hostage by the false records that they're creating? You can tell me that.
Well, I can tell you this. You have a phone appointment for someone to call you on January the 5th.
Okay, I called the previous person that I spoke with. I verified that that appointment needed to be scheduled because I need to make an emergency appointment with the person's manager who scheduled that appointment about misinformation. I need an emergency appointment because the false records are being used to hold me hostage. So I requested that that appointment be canceled and I be given an emergency appointment. Oh, that was her hanging up.